Good morning. I've been hearing this question a lot lately. How long does it take to make money on Clickbank? And what I'm going to do today is share with you the cold, hard facts. Well, first of all, hello. My name is Paul Pekoski, and I'm with Online Business Pro Solutions. Now, I don't want you to pay too much attention to me here. I'll be honest with you, I'm experimenting a little bit. In my first few reviews, I've mostly just used screen capture, but because this is a tutorial, I want to make it a little more personal. I want to make sure you realize I am a real life person sitting here with my morning cup of coffee. One thing that I will always do, I give you the straight scoop when it comes to making money online. Now, I'm not always going to tell you what you want to hear, but I promise you that I will always tell you what you need to hear when it comes to making money online. Okay, so I want to help you. I want to help you succeed online. So please, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I will get back with you. If I don't have the answers, I will find the answers for you. I will help you any way I can in order for you to have success online. Also, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be putting a lot of content out there. So I'm just getting started putting some videos out on YouTube. It's part of my game plan to start putting out a lot more videos so you can grow along with me and we can succeed together. Okay? Well, I'm going to jump right on in here now. Let's get right into the subject matter. Clickbank. Money. How fast? Well, the unfortunate answer to that is a little convoluted. It depends. It depends on your current level of online success. Do you have a list? How big a list? How big, do you have a marketing budget? And how big is it? On the amount of the productive time that you dedicate, how much time and resources do you have to devote to this? And it depends on your overall strategy. Now, the reality check, and I am assuming, I'm making a big assumption here, that because you're asking this question, normally when people are asking how fast they can make money, it's because they're coming from a point of more or less desperation. They're wanting to make money now, immediately. And more than likely, being online, you've heard all kinds of people telling you just how easy it is to make money online fast. So I am making the assumption that you're a relative newbie. This is relatively new to you, or you've been sort of playing the game and buying into a lot of other people's hype for a couple years, stutter stepping, starting, stopping with limited or no success. Okay, so the reality check is, if you are just starting out, it's going to take you an absolute minimum of several months. And that's a bare bones minimum if all the stars align. Okay, if you have limited time and resources, it's going to take even longer. Okay, and I'm just going to be dead honest with you. If you keep chasing rainbows, unicorns, and all those shiny objects the get rich quick schemers are selling you, it will be never. Okay, so can you make money on Clickbank? Yes, you can. But the cold hard facts are, it will not happen overnight. And here we go. Trust me, there's a lot more than 3 cold hard facts. I'm just going to share the 3 of the bigger ones here with you, or information I think is going to help you. And you're going to hear this because this is one of the things they're going to sell you. The quickest way to send traffic to affiliate offers on Clickbank is through paid traffic. But for novice and newbie marketers, it's just not practical. There are too many working pieces. First of all, you have to decide what medium you're going to use. Are you using social media? Are you going through Google and search engines? Are you going with solo ads? And there are definitive strategies regarding each which you need to know. There's nuances within each one of those as to how to set them up for the optimum conversions. If you don't know those things, you're just going to be wasting your money. So paid traffic is just not practical at all for novices. Okay. Free traffic now, on the other hand, and organic traffic is quite possible. But you have to understand that it is labor intensive, and to do it right, it's going to take some time and it's going to take some patience and a lot of personal sweat equity. You're not going to like these numbers, but they're real. You're talking on figuring a minimum of 1,000 to 3,000 hours of dedicated foundational learning and practical application before you legitimately see any consistent and sustainable online success. This is very real. This just doesn't happen overnight. But now, on the other hand, that 1,000 to 3,000 hours, that sounds like a lot of time. But I got involved in online business about 5 years ago. Now, granted, I was just playing at it. I've owned several brick and mortar businesses. I write. I'm an author, and I decided I wanted to bankroll my creative endeavors using online business. So I just started dibbling and dabbling and playing. And I bought thousands and thousands of dollars of all these shiny objects that we talk about so often. And if you look at all the websites I started and then just dropped, I bought so many domain names, it's crazy, and just let them wither away. I'd write a few articles, I'd get it started, and then I'd get hung up on something I didn't understand, and I couldn't find anyone to explain it, and so I'd get mad like a little kid, take my football, and go home. If you put all the hours, the hours that I put into just playing around, it's way more than 3,000 hours. And I didn't see a penny out of it. Not one penny. I've spent money. Then I got lucky. I met an individual named Philip Borelman, and he sort of set me on course. I found someone that was willing to help, walk me through things. And in the process, I'll be honest with you, actually, since working with him, I haven't even totally put in like the 3,000 hours yet, but I'm already seeing progress. So you just have to put your time in, but it has to be productive time. Okay, just flailing around chasing pipe dreams isn't going to do it. You have to have a plan. You need some kind of direction. You do need to find someone to work with who's already worked their way through the maze in order to help you. Okay. Let's go to the next section here. Now, fair warning. You're hearing me say one thing. There are so many grifters out there who will tell you it's totally possible to make tons of money almost instantly in Clickbank. Of course they're going to tell you that because they're trying to sell you a product that continues that false belief. Okay, they're going to try and sell you some fancy push button software that just pulls miracles out of the universe and money starts falling down. You're sitting in your bedroom and money just starts falling off the ceiling. It just doesn't happen, folks. I hate to burst bubbles, but it's just not going to happen. This quote, now, Richard M. Nixon was not necessarily one of the good guys. He made a lot of mistakes. He was a president. He was impeached. But he was an intelligent man, though he made not so intelligent decisions. I like this quote, though. In his heart, everyone knows that the only people who get rich from the get-rich-quick books are those who write them. Okay, now take a look at our situation here, and I desperately hope that in your heart of hearts, you all know that the only people that are going to get rich from all these get-rich-quick schemes online are the people that are selling them to you. Okay, that money's going directly into their pockets, and you're just going to be throwing good money after bad. Okay. All right. Now, I told you you can make money on Clickbank. And so how do you make money on Clickbank? Let's start looking into that. Now, this is, you may look at this as more bad news. You have to make some personal investments. Okay. And the personal investments that you need to succeed are your time, your sweat equity, and your money. Okay. Now, the beautiful thing about online business is you don't have to spend nearly as much money as you would in a startup for a brick and mortar business. But there's no getting around the time and the sweat equity. That's the shortcut that all these self-professed gurus are going to try and tell you can get around. Not true. Not true at all. Okay. There's something I just coined this term, a balance of contribution. Okay. And this is for all business endeavors. Every business endeavor demands a combination of time, sweat equity, and money. Okay. But it's not necessarily in equal proportions. And in particular with online business and working like with Clickbank. Yeah, if you have just vast amounts of money, you can outsource, you can pay other people to do everything, to set everything up for you. But if you have vast amounts of money, you wouldn't be asking the question, how fast can I make money on Clickbank? So the odds are money is not a viable option. If it is, you don't even need to be here, to be honest with you. But the more time and sweat equity you put into this, the less and less money you have to spend, and the faster you'll actually see some type of positive cash flow from the online business that you set up. Okay. But it's up to you. You determine the balance. You determine the speed and the level of your online success. Okay. Now, personally, I recommend that you put together a full-fledged business plan, because this is a business, whether it be Clickbank or whether it be e-commerce, whatever you're setting up, whether it's affiliate marketing, like with Clickbank, you really need to have a business plan. Now, just getting out the gate just to try and get something started, there's at least 3 things that you really need to have or need to do. You have to have an overall strategy. What's your plan? How are you going to do this? Where are you trying to get to? Truthfully, you really need to have a plan saying where you want to be in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. I understand you're antsy. You want to get moving, but at least come up with some form, of outline and strategy. Tools of the trade. You're going to have some of those tools of the trade. You're going to have to make some small matter of investment in order to get things moving. And you have to have some type of marketing plan. Okay. All right. Once again, there are going to be a lot more videos, and I'll be sharing, and based on questions, I'll be answering all these questions for you down the road. Right now, I'm not trying to break this all down and explain everything. I'm just trying to give you an idea of the magnitude of what you're looking at and try to make you understand that, one, yes, there's a lot more work to this than what people would have you believe. But 2, if you're willing to work with people that are trying to help you, and if you're willing to stick with one simple plan than just running off chasing every little pipe dream that's out there, you can make this happen much, much more quickly. And you can learn all of this in a much shorter time span if someone lays it all out for you and takes you step by step through it. Okay. But in figuring out a strategy, first of all, you have to have some kind of working knowledge of all the internet marketing components. And that's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take, personal sweat equity. But, you're also more likely going to be purchasing products and tutorials and, programs. So it is going to probably cost you some money. You have to determine what your niche market is. who are you reaching out to? Okay, so that primarily time and sweat equity. Where's your traffic coming from? Traffic origin. There's organic, which is free. Okay, and that's going to take time and sweat equity. There is also paid. Their odds are eventually you may do a combination of both. I stand by my word. You do not want to start with paid traffic. Okay, no matter what anybody else tells you, do not attempt to do that. You will throw your money away. You might as well just start a bonfire and cook some s'mores with it. Okay, products. You have to have a product mix. You have to decide what products that you're going to market. And even if it's affiliate marketing, you want to buy the product before you sell it. You want to be able to tell the people for real what you think about it, and the benefits that you derived from the product. So you got to spend some money. And of course, if you have product launches, of course, you're going to be paying for some things. But definitely, once again, time and sweat equity. Budget, of course, falls into any strategy. How much money do you have to spend? Competitive analysis. Now, I know a lot of people are probably saying that's a little above what we're doing right now, but you got to sort of know who you're up against. You know, you don't want a niche that's so wide open that you're competing with the big boys. So there's just no way of getting in. And then if you did go into paid traffic, it would be even more expensive. And you have to understand that everybody is selling all the same stuff. So you have to figure out, once you have an idea of who your competition is in whatever market that you're working with, you have to figure out a way to differentiate yourself from them, how to separate yourself from the pack. Why would I buy from you rather than Joe Blow over here? What makes you different? What makes you better? Okay. Tools of the trade. All right. This primarily money. There are some costs that you're going to have to pay, but they're so minimal when it comes to online work and marketing with, for Clickbank or any other affiliate marketing. You're going to have to buy a domain name. You're going to have some hosting. You're going to need a page builder, an autoresponder, and there's going to be miscellaneous hardware and software, like a microphone, maybe a webcam, some video capture and editing software, some audio editing software, metrics and analytics software, et cetera, et cetera. Now, my recommendation is you start small, invest wisely, go with the bare minimums, maintain quality. You don't want to necessarily do everything free, but you don't have to go crazy overnight. I'm using this as an example. This is a PowerPoint display, basically. I've got other software I could use to throw in the bells and whistles and effects. I don't know. To me, I'd rather just share with you good, solid, quality content. But I also want you to see how economical that can be. The screen capture software that I'm using costs $47 a year. Now I'm using PowerPoint, which I pay $9.99 a month for Microsoft, but you can use Google Slides and it's free. So not everything costs you an arm and a leg. You can do this on a shoestring budget, but you do have to put some time and effort into using these tools, putting them all together. Okay, doing your due diligence and research so that you are sharing good quality content. Okay, your marketing plan. Once again, do you have a list? You need a list. You have to have a list. So you have to develop a list. And once again, there's the primary ways of getting that list are providing content with value and generating a free organic list over time, and then wooing and courting, romancing, and engaging with these people until eventually they follow you, and down the road you'll have products that you highly recommend. Of course, they're going to jump on the bandwagon and they're going to purchase because they trust you, they believe in you, and they have good reason to. Okay, or you can buy your traffic, through ads, Google, Facebook, Solo, YouTube. I mean, there's anybody and their brother selling ads out there. That's a lot colder, but you also have to decide which medium you want and at what level you want the buyer to be. When you're dealing with social media, that's more brand awareness. Maybe it's a newer product. You're just trying to develop some awareness, feel out the market. Google, they're more than likely a little further out into the buying process, but there are strategies behind all this. And once again, it takes time and a lot of knowledge to actually create the optimum ad campaigns. Content, you're going to have content, especially if you're going for the organic and free search. But even if you buy ads, you still want to build a list from them. You still want to set up some type of an email campaign and engage with them, keep them coming back for more. So you're going to have to create content. You've got to give them something. You just can't keep sending sales, affiliate links to them like buy. You'll lose them immediately. Okay. Email campaign. Once again, this is how you build your list. Even if you buy the ad, like I said, you have to keep engaging and bringing them back in order to build your list and make it a list that actually is worth something. Okay. In order to do all this, you once again have to have a working knowledge of all the internet marketing components. Time, sweat equity, not that much money. All right. You're hearing all these things, and I know it's a turnoff. Nobody wants to hear bad news. Okay. But it's not all bad. That's the thing. Like I said, if you look back at all the time you've wasted chasing get-rich-quick schemes, you could already be making money online if you've gone the right path. Okay. But we all go through it. I spent 5 years playing the game, and just now getting to the point where it's like, yay, okay, I'm getting there. But here's some of the bad advice that you're going to hear from get-rich-quick scammers when it comes to, in particular, selling on Clickbank. They're going to tell you right off the bat, buy traffic. And they're actually going to recommend, for the most part, a lot of them, don't worry about pre-selling. Don't worry about, engaging with them in that. Just send them to me. Just send them right on over here. Give them a direct link to me. I got a great funnel. That funnel is going to make you tons of money. Okay? No, that funnel is going to make them tons of money. You're spending your money to send them customers. And they're sending you a pittance for what they're going to make off that. And you have to think, they've got thousands of people doing this. You paid your $9.99 or your $17 or whatever. There's another 1,000 people that did that. Now you're spending another, $10 a day or whatever you're spending on ads, and you're sending traffic to them. And I guarantee you, especially if you don't do bridge pages and pre-sales and engage with these people, your conversions are going to be deplorable. And they don't care. They don't care because they've got 1,000 people sending them, customers. So, you buy traffic, you're wasting your money. It's extremely complicated, with no type of pre-sale or email setup or anything, minimal, virtually no retention whatsoever. If you don't pre-sell, you're going to have bad conversions. It is limited engagement, absolutely limited list building. A direct link, you have no engagement, no list. You're spending your money to make other people money. Okay. Now I want to show you something here. I want to show a point of fact. Because once again, everybody's going to tell you the get-rich-quick scheme is all about paid advertising. Now this group, Web Strategies Inc., there's a really good article, and I'm going to leave that resource down below for you. I'd like you to take a look at that. Read the article. It explains this in a lot more detail. But basically what they're saying is when you put together an ad campaign, you never want to spend more than 20% of whatever the revenue you expect to make from that product per acquisition of the sale. There's a cost in acquiring a sale, your advertising costs and amongst other things. That's why long-term plan is much better if you retain people, because it's a lot more expensive to acquire a customer the first time than it is to maintain that customer over a long period of time. So you want to keep those customers. You want to keep them happy. You want to build a long-term lasting relationship. This quick buy ads and send them over here and then buy some more ads and send them over there, you're just spinning your wheels. Okay, but I want to show you that, not just tell you that. Okay, so for practical application, they're saying don't go over 20%, per click of what you're going to make, when you sell whatever it is you're selling. So, if it's $10 for the product, and this is based on conversion rates, and I guarantee you when you're starting out, until you really know what you're doing, your conversion rates are going to be low. And they may tell you really high conversion rates, whatever affiliate that you're marketing for. I would take that with a grain of salt. They're going to pad that quite a bit. The odds are their conversion rates aren't that great, especially not with you sending cold calls into them, because their funnels are built for speed. They're not trying to engage much. They're not trying to woo or romance. They're trying to sell. So if somebody comes in as more or less, you haven't talked to them at all, you just basically bought their name and immediately flung them into their sales funnel, they're getting hit right up front with buy. That turns a lot of people off. So the odds are your conversion rates are going to be low. Okay. But even at the maximum here at 4%, on a $10 product, the most you would want to spend is about 8 cents per click. That's it, 8 cents per click. The average click for 2019 for actually all, Facebook, Google, and solo ads was in the neighborhood of 30 cents a click. Now they can go as high as $78 a click. They can go as low as a penny a click. It depends a little bit on the competition. It depends on the product. Depends on the search volume. Okay. But for practical application here, I just wanted you to be aware of this, and we're going to come back to this. Okay. I went ahead and I looked up on Clickbank product search, and I tell you what, I think if I can figure this out, I'm going to do it online. But this is Scribble. Scribble is an ebook creation tool software. I actually own this, and it's pretty good. I also own their competition, Designer, or I'm a member, or whatever you want to call it, and that's also very good. But this is an alternative. Okay, and it's for making it very easy to put together high quality ebooks. I mean, you have to develop the content, but it helps you put them all together and look professional. Okay, so it's not a bad product. So that's why I chose this one just up front. Let me see if I can. Here we go. We're on Clickbank. I'm just going to type in Scribble. Oops. It clicked me out. There we go. Okay. Okay, here we go. Scribble. Now, once again, this is a product I am already aware of. Now, you would be coming in cold turkey looking for products. Okay, and I'm not going to go through what all the numbers and everything mean. That's a whole other video, which I am getting ready to put one out there. So please subscribe and be on the lookout. Scribble, the world's #1 ebook creator. Now this is where they get deceptive, and I like these people, but they're still being deceptive. $485 a customer at 75% commissions. Now that's like, whoa, I can make crazy money. You have to understand, that's if they bought every one-time offer, every upsell. You could technically make 75% of $485. That's if they bought everything. What you really want to look for over here is the average sale is $41.31. Okay, now you're going to get 75% of that, so you're going to make in the neighborhood of $31 per customer that actually purchases, that actually converts. Okay. Now in this particular, if you look down here at their stats, there's no rebilling, so there's no recurring. Like it's not like a membership where you would receive a percentage of $39 a month or something like that. So that's, unfortunately, that's always a good thing to look for, that you can get some recurring payments. But nevertheless, okay, $31 doesn't sound too bad. The gravity, and I'm not going to go into all that, that actually is a pretty good number right there. If it was really high, it would mean that it's really competitive. If it was really low, it sends some red flags as to why it's not selling. It's got to do with the amount of sales over the past period of time. Okay. So I want you to remember $31. Okay. Let's go back. See if I can find it. Okay. Paid advertising stats. What we're talking about from Web Strategies Inc. At $20. Now I'm going for the optimum conversion, and I'm telling you, you're not going to get this. It's not going to happen. But let's assume you have a 4% conversion rate. At $20 revenue, they're saying 16 cents. At $50 revenue, product that you were making $50 on, they're talking 40 cents. So if we extrapolate out, you could make potentially $31 per average on a converted sale. You're talking about they're going to tell you that you don't want to go above 24 to 25 cents, a quarter a click. You do not want to go over that. That will take you past that 20%, and that's the danger zone. Okay. So cost per click, we do not want to go over a quarter a click, 25 cents a click. Remember those numbers now. I went ahead and did a keyword search and the cost per click analysis I just looked up the best ebook design software. Now, you can disregard this first one at the top here because this is regarding ebook readers. It's like Kindle or something of that nature. What we want to look for is here. We have ebook creator. We have how to create an ebook, how to make an ebook. That all fits in with this particular product, Scribble. Now, you have two sides. One's Google, one's Bing, with search engines. Search volume per month, 2,400, 1,600, 1,600. That's pretty good. Competition, low, medium, not so bad. Now, cost per click, $4.88. $4.88, that's like 20 times more than what we're budgeting for. That's a far cry from a quarter a click. You would just be throwing money away. $2.85 a click, $2.57 a click. Just no way. And even in Bing, but their search volume is a lot lower, 210, 460, 380, and their competition's high. So that's not a good sign, but it's still 46 cents a click, $1.31, $1.48. The best possible price on a high competitive keyword, is almost double the budget that you should be spending. And that's pretty much a break even. So please understand, I'm not going to lead you astray. I want you to be successful online. I want you to do this the right way. Okay. So I'm going to hit you with this last comment here. If you want to make money online, if you're real about this, you've got to slow your roll. Folks, Clickbank, yes, you can make money with Clickbank. What I'm telling you should do is develop, a long-term and sustainable online business, and then add viable Clickbank products to help fill out your product mix. Okay. Yes, you can make money. One, don't put all your eggs in one basket. You know, find the products that are right for your customers, that give them true value. Okay. But woo them, romance them, court them. Now, I highly suggest that you find a program or a process that works for you, that takes you by the hand and steps you through all the intricacies that are necessary, to build a foundation and to start developing a list of potential clients. Click that link below. Take a look. I'm telling you, Philip Borelman is the one who got me on track. And I have a lot of background in business experience, and I still needed someone to rattle my hocks and kick me in the butt and get me moving. So I don't want to take a whole lot more of your time. Hit that subscribe button, hit that link, check out the resources. I'm putting some resources down below, some additional information for you to do some more research for yourself. But please do not fall for the get-rich-quick schemes. Please do not listen to the people saying you can make money overnight on Clickbank or any other affiliate marketing scam. It just doesn't happen. They're the ones who get rich. We want you to get rich, okay? Or at least get comfortable. So this is Paul Bukowski with Online Business Pro Solutions. It's been great. I hope to see you next time. Thank you.